welcome. My name is Edshara, and today I get to share my March library haul with you guys. Now, I do have a pretty mixed assortment of books this month, but the majority of them were on my Goodreads Want to Read list, so I am still pretty excited about them. Now, the first two books are new releases, and I'm pretty high in the queue for these at my library, so unless my library only picks up one copy of each, I should be able to get to them this month. The first one is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. This one follows a young woman whose mother was killed by the king because she is a magi and he is attempting to rid the land of magic. She realizes that she has the potential to bring magic back to the land, so she sets out to do that with a rogue princess, and they are being chased by the crown prince. This is one that was on my most anticipated reads list, and I am pretty excited for it because I've heard nothing but good things. The second book is Tyler Johnson Was Here by J. Coles. This one doesn't come out till later in the month, but it follows a boy named Tyler who ends up going missing after a party. He is later found deceased, and video is leaked online showing him being murdered by a police officer. And so his twin brother has to seek justice for his brother's murder, as well as take care of their grieving mother. And so while this one is in the same vein as The Hate U Give and Dear Martin, it's also a little unique, so I'm interested to see if I will enjoy it or not. Then I have a couple of graphic novels, the first one being the third book in the March series by John Lewis and Andrew Aiden and illustrated by Nate Powell. And this series follows Congressman Lewis's life as well as his involvement in the civil rights movement. And I really enjoyed books 1 and books 2, so I'm hopeful that I will enjoy this one as well. Next, I picked up the first two books in the I Hate Fairyland series by Scotty Young. This series follows a girl who was sent to Fairyland to complete a task. If she completes that task, she's supposed to be able to go home. However, she does not, so she is stuck in Fairyland. It's 30 years later, and she's still in her 6-year-old body. And this one is a little bit gruesome, but I've heard and seen a few people that I am subscribed to talk about this series, and they've had nothing but good things to say. And it's different from what I've been reading, and I know it's gruesome, but I do think it's meant to be a little bit more on the fun side, so that's why I picked them up this month. So I have Volume 1, which is Madly Ever After, and then Volume 2, which is Fluff My Life. So I'm pretty interested in giving these a read. Hopefully I'll enjoy them. There is a third book in the series, and I have that one on hold at the library. Next is An American Marriage by Tayari Jones, and this one follows a newlywed African-American couple. They go home to the husband's hometown in Louisiana, and there he is accused and eventually convicted of a crime he did not commit. And this book is basically their journey after his sentence and when he is eventually released. So again, this is one that I've heard some pretty good things about, so I can't wait to get to it. And the next book is Love, Hate, and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed. And this one follows 17-year-old Maya, who is struggling between what her traditional parents want her to do and kind of what she wants to be able to do in her life for herself. And after a pretty horrific crime is committed, they begin to experience some Islamophobia within their community. And so I'm very interested in this one because it's obviously very relevant to today. So I can't wait to get to this one. Then I picked up Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read my first Taylor Jenkins Reid book at the end of February. That one was One True Loves. I really enjoyed it, so I decided to pick up another one. And this one follows Hannah. She's 29 and she's not really sure what she wants to do with her life. So she moves back home to Los Angeles, and her friend Gabby go out to celebrate, and there she runs into her old high school boyfriend Ethan, and she at the end of the night has to make a choice. Does she go home with Gabby or does she let Ethan take her home? And so the book is told in alternating perspectives between the two choices. And so I enjoyed One True Loves. I gave that one 4 stars, so I'm hoping that I will enjoy this one as well. I have Livy Alone by Barry Eisler. I have not read anything by this author before, but this one follows Livy Alone. She is a sex crimes detective, and her younger sister were sold by their parents, and after being abused, they were left kind of on their own in America, but she did end up getting separated from her sisters, so she has kind of made it her job to put these sexual predators in prison, and that helps her a bit to ease her guilt for not being able to protect her sister. At some point, she does get a lead leading to the whereabouts of her sister and the people who trafficked them, and so she kind of goes off in an attempt to find her sister and put these people behind bars. So this is a mystery thriller, I believe, and I haven't been reading a lot of mystery thrillers lately, so I really want to get to this. It sounds really interesting, and I'm hoping that I like it. And the last book is The Black Count, Glory, Revolution, Betrayal, and the Real Count of Monte Cristo by Tom Rees. This is a nonfiction novel about the life of General Alex Dumas. He was born to a black slave woman, and his father was a white French nobleman who was also a fugitive, and he was born in what is now present-day Haiti. And so he was sold into bondage, and eventually he was able to join the military, rise in the ranks, and lead 50,000 men. But because he was so good at what he did, he became a threat to Napoleon. Now, Alex Dumas' son used some of his exploits in his books, The Three Musketeers and The Count of Monte Cristo. And this one just sounds really interesting. It sounds like something I would really enjoy. This is a very large book, and it has some tiny print, so I have my fingers crossed that I'm going to get to it this month, because I really do want to read it. And as for my TBR pick this month, I'm not going to pick a new one just because I didn't get to February's pick, which was Hidden Figures by Margot Lee Shetterly, so I'm going to leave that one as this month's TBR pick. And hopefully I can get to it so I can pick a new one for next month. But that is it for the books that I have for this month. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Leave me your thoughts about what you're reading this month down in the comments below. And until next time, guys, God bless. Bye. Oh, Alex.